There's a lot of memories I've got from my trips that are not really related to music. Sometimes I can spend weeks on a little village in the middle of mountains where nobody is actually playing any music, but I will share their world life for a moment. I will eat, work, cook, and spend a lot of time with them. They sometimes become friends, and those are one of the best memories you can have from a trip. I sometimes manage to go back to the place where I worked after the release of the album to share what I've done with the people I've spent some time with, and to show them all the recordings and to show them everything. I think it's quite important to be able to do that. And there's also some extreme experience with sometimes weather conditions, some scary days. And of course those one gets stuck in your head for a while. I try to have the freedom to decide if I stay or leave the place where I am working. Sometimes it's not possible, but most of the time I can, and if I decide to leave, it's because I feel like I've explored everything. I'm not very productive anymore and I need a new inspiration, or then the work is finished and I just need to go home. And it can be sad to leave some people I've met, some people with whom I share a nice moment. And there's also a part of me that is excited because when I'm proud of what I've just done, now I want to show it to everybody. I want to work on the cover, I want to finish the mix, the master, and work on the live set and show it to the people. The strange thing about inspiration is that nobody really knows how it works. You can't really control it, and you don't know what's happening really when you go on a place and you're inspired. Sometimes it's about the people you just met, about the climate, the view you've got, the temperature, everything, the smells, but you can't really know what's happening in your head. You just have to let it go and go with the flow, I guess. And sometimes, of course, it's when I do recordings with musicians, singers, then the tracks start with that, or it can be noises, ambient noise that I record, some rhythmics that can make me start a track. But sometimes it's just the place. So I just start to work on a track, and I know that this specific track couldn't have been done elsewhere. Live performance is an interesting challenge for me because when I compose music, I don't think about the stage. I'm more in a cozy atmosphere, environment, and I've got a music that is quite intimate, and then I really need to find a way to express that music on stage with a crowd, with big sound system, and it's a good opportunity to reinvent the track completely, to change the structure, to change how it normally works, and to explore more about what is possible to do with that specific track. There is some little details of my music that are not possible to express really in live performance, but in the meantime there is other way of expressing that track, so sometimes you've got to be creative. Whether it's for composing a track or playing live, there is a connection that you need to build with some machines that helps you be creative, and this connection takes years, of course, to know what you're doing and to be able to do that quickly without too much thinking. And it's just a lot of practice, I guess. I don't really think about that anymore, and the more you work on it, the less you think about it, I guess. With Cécile Chabert, we've got an amazing workflow, really. If I take the example of Polar, the music and video, we were working at the same time, at the same place. So when I started the first idea of the track, I would make her listen, and then she would get influenced by this beginning of a track, and then she would show me the images. I would also be influenced by these images, and yeah, it's pretty amazing to be able to build the sound and the image at the same time, at the same place, and to have something that is really a nice connection between the both worlds. When I get back home from long trips, yeah, it can be a little bit depressing at first, and I got issues with getting back and living a more normal life, a lot less adventurous. But it's also the next step of the process, and it's also very interesting to now work with all the ideas, all the tracks I've made, the images we've got, to build the live show, to build the album, to finish everything, and to prepare all this material to be shown to the audience. So yeah, it's a big change of life, and it can be a little bit sudden, but now I get a bit more used to it, and I don't go into big depressions anymore. And I'm lucky to be able to do these trips with the person that I live with at home, so it's a bit less solitary than it looks like on the images, because then there's always somebody behind the camera, and that changed a lot.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos just like this.